Hey guys, welcome back. It's Jack from CasinoIncomeAcademy.com. So this is a few days late, this video, because there's been a lot of stuff going on. We're working finally on another newsletter. That's a little bit overdue because we were so busy with the roulette course coming out, putting up the final touches for what you're going to be hearing about in the next few days, the big Baccarat course release that we've been talking about for months. So there's just so much going on, and there's not enough of me to go around. And we're doing a lot of marketing stuff and technology stuff and building things. And on top of that, I still have my other stuff to do as an attorney. So there's not enough time in the day, that's for sure. So I promised you guys that I would do a video going backwards and looking at the roulette course that was released a week ago, Casino Freedom Dozens Deploy. And this course came out last week, but the concept was taught to a handful of people that took private mentorship, the one-on-one video course lessons that you guys can sign up for at any point, which is live video pocket strategies that we don't teach on the YouTube channel, working with you with game planning, with bankroll planning, with business planning to make this into a business. Whether it's craps, roulette, baccarat, we offer those services as long as we have time to do it. You can reach out, let us know what you're interested in learning, and we can manufacture and tailor a mentorship set of video conference calls just with you. Reach out to us if you're interested in that. So I promised that I would do a little bit of a feedback and review from some of those people before it went up for sale last week. These are people that got this information and the concept before you guys did, or before most of you did. So let's take a quick look and just look at some of the feedback that we got. So here's the course. You go to CasinoIncomeAcademy.com. The links are in the description. And here's the course we're talking about, the brand new course, Casino Freedom Dozens Deploy. This course uses a brand new probability-based concept that's easy to follow, but the math is phenomenal behind it. That's really the real story. It uses the dozens and the columns, and there's a little secret extra thing going on in here that teaches you how to play with a friend or a spouse or whatever in a partnership program that is awesome, and it's really easy and fun to play. So that's the deal. This system has paid for itself. All the people that have been communicating with me that they're already using it live, whether that's online or on a cruise ship or in their local casino or whatever. The one thing I am getting back, you're not going to see with the feedback, is that I'm getting tons of messages that it's already paid for itself. So that's always incredible to know that you can put out information, you can charge a extremely reasonable fee for the information, for the education, and it can pay itself back. These people have already made their money back, like within a session or two. So I don't think you should focus on making that your objective. Like, don't play over your head. Play tiny. Let the casino pay for your bankroll building, and then you can elevate it to bigger base bets. Don't ever try to play over your head. But it's kind of nice when people say that they paid for the course, and basically it's free. So, and that, I don't say that enough, but a lot of the other courses that we do, I get loads of feedback after the people test and simulate and really get comfortable and are ready to use it live, that they got paid back. The course basically ended up being for free after a very short period of time. So they bought the course, did their due diligence, got ready to play, and within a very short period of time. Not like real estate, where you pay for some kind of a rental property, and you're basically told, oh, don't worry about the money, that you paid for it. 10 years down the line, you'll make it back. 5 years down the line, 20 years down the line, you'll make your money back. And you have to deal with all the aggravation of the tenants and everything else for the next 10 years. That was never for me, guys. I can tell you, real estate makes people lots of money. But like anything else, if something doesn't click for you, it doesn't. I don't know. I love real estate. I love the concept, but it's never clicked for me the way it has for other people. There's just so many problems that happen with rentals and reselling and all these unforeseen things. It's just a nightmare, and maybe it's just too slow for me. But to each his own. Lots of people I know have made millions of dollars in real estate. All right, so let's get to, where is it? Here we go. So I'm going to give you a couple of the better ones, the feedback that I think means something. So these are the people that got it before it went up for sale publicly. All right. So let's take a look. Jack, I wanted to give you an update on my progress after testing Dozens Deploy. Simulated the results for about 2,000 spins. I like to hear that. The person didn't just rush out and go play it live 5 seconds after watching a video, so that they had an understanding of the ups and downs. That's a key right there. Then I use spreadsheets to replay the results with different recovery methods. So that is great. There's so much to take away from what this person is saying. They recorded 2,000 spins. That's all they did. They recorded 2,000 spins. And I know that this person, what they do is they record lots of roulette spins in the casino. So what they do is they're always using live results, and then they're going back to magically using those live results to test other things. Some people do that. Some people just use the actual simulators. Whatever. It all works when it comes to learning and testing. All right. Then what he did was he took those same 2,000 spins and he tested them using the Dozens Deploy strategy, but then he tested them over and over again using the different money management techniques that we show in the videos in the course. As always, guys, I never believe in the one size fits all. That's one of the things when I've bought other people's systems over the years or watched other people's stuff. It always seems like they have this one thing. This is the way it's played, and here is the recovery, and you're going to use this Oscar's grind or Fibonacci, and this is it, and that's the end of the story. And anybody who's watched our stuff and bought our courses knows that I just don't think that that's true. Everybody's risk to reward is different. And I think that you need options, and then you need to make the decision as to what fits when you're using it, what fits better, what feels right for you. And it requires us to do a lot more work, but I think it's worth it. All right, so what he says is none of the recovery methods were bad if you use common sense. And that's a big thing. I don't believe in the cookie cutter methodology. If you're supposed to go down the ladder by one step and you're already way up the ladder because you've had a little bit of a choppy or a bad run, do you need to only go down the ladder one step? Or can you go back all the way to the beginning and work your way back up? That's the smarter way. Bankroll safety for me is absolutely above every other factor. So when you hear the garbage about how many units, this guy's making in a system, and what's your unit per session, or blah, blah, blah per shoe, and all the BS, listen to me. I'm going to tell you this right now. That's all BS. If you guys focus your testing in any of these things, roulette, baccarat, craps, trading, or anything else for that matter, on controlling the downside, that is the biggest secret I can give you. Because if you control the downside volatility, the wins just are there organically. Does that make sense? Do you understand what I'm saying? Focus on the negative side when you're testing and eliminating as much of the negative bankroll volatility, and the profits are there automatically. Whether they're only 1 unit or 2 unit or 5 units, who cares? You're going to be able to duplicate that concept over and over again. You know, people just don't understand. If you made 2 units in a Baccarat shoe, and you never made more than that, but you controlled the volatility on the negative side, you would be a millionaire in 1 year. They don't get it. They don't get it because they want to focus on, I made 20 units in the shoe. I made 15. Yeah, show me your volatility on those systems that you're doing that. Absolute BS. If you make 1 unit or 2 units doing anything, but the volatility on the negative side is so under control, you hit the jackpot. And that's just, if you get it, you get it. If you don't, I don't know how many times I can say that. All right, off my, I'm going to stop preaching. Okay, I decided initially to use the Serenity Reset. Okay, Serenity Reset is one of the money managements that we show in this course. It is a variation of things you've seen before, but it's got some nuances to it that are really cool with these resets that we do and how you can determine your risk to reward by where you do your resets. And it's been working really great with a lot of systems. This is a new concept, or at least the way we're showing it is new, okay? The way that we're using it is new. So the Serenity Reset is that is being introduced here in Dozens Deploy. You're also going to see it in the brand new Baccarat course coming within the next week. All right. So he talks about how he's using the Serenity Reset. He's now placed the system into his playlist rotation. Okay, circle that. Once again, big concept that I've been talking about for ages. Rotation. No single system preference. Rotation. The current rotation that he uses, he's using 3 of the strategies from AI Roulette Blueprint. One that he's learned from us on YouTube over the years, and I know what he's talking about there. And now the Dozens Deploy. Okay, if you take anything else out of this video, what did he just tell you? Rotation. Even this amazing new strategy, the smart people, the good students, the guys that are making paychecks are doing what? They're not even relying just on this single amazing new strategy. They're putting it into a rotation. Okay, so here's the deal. I roll through each strategy looking for 2 to 4 units max and complete the cycle without much stress. Oh, what a surprise. Here we go again. Not using one strategy. Rotating the strategies through the individual session and only looking for 2 to 4 units from each one and not putting the pressure and the spotlight only on a single strategy. What a surprise. For some of you, this just doesn't click. You just play with the same thing and you're like, I'm up, I'm down, I'm up, I'm down. It's having a bad day, it's having a great day. This equity curve that you have during these sessions, the beauty of using the rotation is that it smooths out the equity curve. If you don't understand that, you'll never get it. All right. Can't wait to see how things shake out with the next big roulette release. Well, that's down the road, but I will tell you that everything that you've learned in this new course, everything that you're going to learn in the Baccarat course, by the way, hint, hint, those new concepts are now going to be moved forward into the new things that we're doing. So a big part of the new Baccarat course coming out is going to introduce something that you're going to hear about in the videos in the next few days. And it's not just for Baccarat. Those concepts are going to be moving forward in your education here with the next big roulette release, the multi-strategy bigger, premium course release. This course was a single system, but I'm going to tell you it's going to have its place in the next bigger roulette course. You're going to be able to combine things, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. So let's keep going. All right. Hey, buddy, I was a bit skeptical about another pattern deal. Yeah, I've heard that from a bunch of people. That, we've done a lot of pattern things a year ago, and other people see pattern stuff, and they understand the good and the bad. But the way that we're using probability and pattern logic in this system is not what we used to do. Yes, it's math-based, but when you see the way that the patterns play out and what we're doing here, it is a different mathematical animal. So people that look and say, oh, it's a pattern play, well, not all pattern plays are equal because the math isn't equal. Okay? It took a bit, but I now understand that the difference is real when it comes to pattern play and the dozens. There you go. Secret sauce. Secret sauce. That's where the secret, that's where the real magic takes place, is there for this course, and you'll learn it in the course. You really found something here. So far using online real money, small testing. So this is a person that plays, he plays online and he plays live. He kind of varies his play between both and uses small money bankrolls online. It has performed great. Still not 100% sure what money management combo to use. They all have a very different feeling when playing live. I think a little more sampling and I will have a decision. Yes, I will tell you that due to the math with the dozens and the columns, it does feel a little, well, it always feels a little interesting to kind of determine what to use as a money management when you're using dozens and columns. And sometimes it's not as easy to figure out which one you like best and which one's performing best. It does take a little more nuance for that. You are 100% correct. All right, keep up the hard work. It's really paying off if you keep the faith and quit while you're ahead. Yeah. Be satisfied with a profit and get ready for the next fight. How many of you that are new to this channel have played one of these games and at some point during your little session you were up and you gave all your money back? That is the way that the casino continues to make millions and millions and millions of dollars, because you are not willing to quit with a small profit. That is the psychological warfare. That is the way that they make their money. It's not due to the house edge like you've been told. Okay? The house edge has absolutely nothing to the next three results that come out in Baccarat, the next three results that come out in Roulette. House edge plays almost no bearing whatsoever. So those of you that want to say that you can't win due to house edge, the house edge comes into account when you have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of results. It is utterly ridiculous from a mathematical point of view to think that if you play 40 or 50 spins on a roulette wheel, that the house edge has anything to do with you walking away with a unit to 3 units to 4 units profit. It has zero to do with it. Okay? Absolutely nothing. All right? You have been told a lie. If you flip a coin, if you play Baccarat, if you play roulette without being an idiot and have a legitimate system that is based in math, you have a substantial chance of having some type of a 1 unit, 2 unit, or a 3 unit plus at some point early on during your session. If you don't quit, it has nothing to do with the house edge. It's psychology, it's poor money management, it is emotions getting the best of you, it is addiction to gambling, and that has nothing to do with using this as a business to generate actual income. If you want to learn how to do this the right way, well then look at our courses. That's all I can say. If you don't do that, you're gambling. And there's a big difference. If you don't understand that, this is not the place for you. All right, Jack. This one is a winner. I only had it for a few days before my cruise. I barely got to test it, but couldn't hold back from playing live on the Oasis. Oh, I've been on the Oasis, Royal Caribbean. I fit in small sessions. I fit in small sessions with it at a reduced base bet after I finished my rotation of my usual strategies. So he has his rotation that we preach, right? And then what he did was he did an extra small session with less money because he just couldn't hold back to try to test the new system. And he did 7 sessions on the boat with this. All right. And here's his numbers. Here's his exact numbers that he gave us. All right. And once again, by the way, did this pay for the course? Now, in this case, he didn't pay for the course. He paid for a video conference. He got this as part of a pocket strategy that we wanted to give this system out to just a handful of people. So he more than paid for this. Okay. These are tiny results, real quick. He does not have a problem quitting when he's ahead. This person gets it. All right. He has always gotten it since the beginning. He has a different mentality than so many people. He's there to make a paycheck, and they add up quickly. Now, I'm going to tell you something. This is him playing with a small base bet. He plays with much bigger base bets because he's built up his regular bankroll, that he does his regular rotations of our systems with, much bigger. Once he gets to the point where he's using this with his regular size bankroll, let me just tell you what this will look like, because I know what he does. This 65, using his regular base bets, probably ends up being 250. 250 from the $65 base bets. So you can look at what you think these are going to be. If the 65 is going to be 225, 250, what these are going to be. Because I know what his base bets are once he gets comfortable. All right? So I'll be very excited to see how that goes. These were just quick sessions using super slow recovery without taking much risk at all. Oh, what a surprise, right? Here we go. This requires more testing on the recovery for me, but it has already paid for itself and more. I'll send you more detailed logs. That was supposed to be when I start to use it consistently at my local casino. All right, so let me tell you a little bit without giving away too much of this person's personal life. This person is retired. They live in Florida. They take cruises every other month, and the rest of the time they play at the Hard Rock Casino, okay, where I used to play down in Florida when I lived down there. All right, let me tell you what he makes on a weekly basis. He's retired. This keeps him going. He doesn't need the money. This keeps him going and gives him a job, a routine, and he loves it. All right, I'm going to tell you something without saying anything else. He makes $2,500 a week on average. It's not an exact science because he did what we show in the daily compound calculator, and we worked with him to build up his bankroll using the planning from the daily compound calculator and tweaking his base bets and creating a game plan. That happened over the last year. I don't remember when he started, actually. It was probably about 9 or 10 months ago. Maybe a little longer than that. I don't know. I don't remember. But he now makes $2,000 to $2,500 a week. Retired. No risk. Because he's already pulled his money, his original money, out. And he knows that he has no stress. Now, you may want to know about his rotation. He's followed my lead on this. Okay? His number one game is roulette, and then we've slowly started implementing with him, getting him comfortable playing craps. So his craps bankroll is much smaller, and he's building it. So that's where I'm working with him right now, on the craps side of his business as a consultant, right? I'm his consultant. I'm his casino consultant, evaluating his logs, working with him now on the new business, which is building up the craps side of things. We already worked for the last year on the roulette. So here's the deal here. I'll give you a little bit of the secret sauce. His toolbox, he uses the toolbox method that we teach, in Casino Diversification Toolbox, from the course. He uses that exact concept. He has the same spreadsheet. He uses everything from that course. And he's consistently, during the week when he's not in the casino, he's testing out new concepts that we're providing to him privately along with the course strategies. So private strategies along with the core strategies. He has 3 rotations, I think it's 3 now, that he does not touch. Each one of those rotations has 4 different systems that are rotated within them. So 3 different rotations that he's come up with, like a formula, and he rotates those rotations. So on a Monday, he's playing Formula 1, let's call it. And Tuesday, he's playing Formula 2. Wednesday, he's playing Formula 3, right? So now, what he's working on is another rotation that is going to be using the brand new system, right? The new system implemented with either some of the same systems from the other rotations or possibly new systems rotating into this new formula, the fourth one. So in total, he's going to end up with 4 different set rotations that he can rotate throughout the week for roulette. This is the business that I'm trying to explain to you guys. He is doing it. He is absolutely doing it to the letter. And we have helped him get there by not just helping him with the strategies. It's not just about it's about putting it together in a package. It's about how you rotate them. It's about the win targets. It's about being satisfied. It's about moving up your base bets only when you have enough money to increase based on the bankroll. That's how he's gotten it to $2,000, $2,500 a week. Okay? And now we're building the second part of the business because he's having so much fun. Not because he needs it, obviously. But he wanted to build a rotation, at least the first rotation for craps. So that's what he's been working on now. That's his new, hobby, is the first rotation to play craps at a low level. Okay? At a low level to start with, just like he did with roulette. And then if he enjoys it, he can just keep building with that same rotation, that bankroll, that separate bankroll. Or he can decide to go down the same path and build a second formula rotation for craps. He's having a ball. I mean, if you talk to him, it's not a business. It's a way of life because he plays in the casino. He makes a day of it. He has lunch. And then he looks forward to the next cruise where he's playing on the cruise. If that lifestyle sounds like it would fit you, we can help you get there. But you have to be able to put in the time and have the mindset to get there. He did, right from day one. Right from day one. And by the way, he came from the trading industry like me. He was in the trading world for over 40 years. So he already had that patience, the level of understanding about money, being satisfied. I didn't have to explain to him that small win targets add up to big money. This is a person that made a lot of money, but just like me and everybody else learned the hard way how to get there. I didn't have to explain those concepts to him because he already understood the power of compounding. So it's all here. You don't have to keep hunting for the next holy grail business, the next magical internet business, the next nonsensical thing to sell to people. You don't need to keep switching gears. You don't need to keep moving from one thing to the next like most people do. It's all here. It's under your eyes. If you look, let me finish this video. if you look at the courses that are here, let me tell you something that we built up over the last couple of years. The courses that you see right on this page. This is not 10,000 different courses. Okay? Do you know, without any type of hype or anything, that we have people that are only using the concepts that you find on the courses on this page, asking us for assistance putting the pieces together, and never doing anything but using the courses that are available on this page? No social media, no social posting, no selling, no websites, no traffic generation, no importing crap from China, no Amazon drop shipping, no this, no that, and no trading. No brokers. No 401ks, no crypto, no nothing. And only using things that you're seeing right on this page and are now either at or near making a full-time income and much more right from the information from these courses. And you do not have to be a rocket scientist. You do not have to be a casino expert and have played casino games for 1,000,000 years. These are games. They are not that complicated. We can teach you anything that you feel uncomfortable about. If you're looking for that second income or a side hustle that can become more, or a full-time income, or retirement money, this page of our website, you don't need anything else. Now, we continue to come up with new things because this is what I love to do. And I love to make it better and challenge ourselves and increase our toolbox and the concepts that we have at our disposal. But I'm just going to tell you right now, there are people that are making $50,000 right now a year, annualized, that are using 410 Project and AI bubble craps. Just that. There are people making an annual income and replacing their old income with AI Roulette Blueprint, Casino Freedom, and some of the other roulette courses inside of Casino Diversification Toolbox. I haven't even mentioned the other courses on here. We haven't even talked about the brand new Baccarat that's coming out and Baccarat Revolution here. Or Baccarat Squared. And wait until you see what's inside the new course. It's all here, and we're not leaving you to figure it out on your own. I don't know what else I can say. But if you keep hunting every day and searching for the next shiny object, you don't really need to do that. That's you. We're providing the objects. And they're working because I'm talking to these people all the time. And we're getting new students that are coming in all the time. Everybody's at a different place in their journey. But if you follow the common sense course, if you don't have pie in the sky lottery ticket dreams on day one, you can get to wherever you want to be. It's that simple. It's that simple. And you don't need to focus on other people and building things and selling things and doing things. You know, I've been in a lot of businesses where I had to rely on other people. Partners that didn't have my best interest in mind. That's for sure. Accountants didn't have my best interest in mind. Consultants, web designers, app designers, traffic generation people, list brokers, actual brokers, all kinds of nonsense. You know what one of the greatest things with what we do here is? It is all on you. You don't have to worry about anybody else and talking to anybody or selling anybody or needing other people to do all kinds of gigs for you and fulfill their obligations to you. You don't need any of that. Your future is in your hands when it comes to this business. So I'll leave you to that. That's some of the feedback for Casino Freedom Dozens Deploy. People are now starting to integrate this into their rotations, as you saw. I have definitely made this part of my rotation for roulette, and will be doing such on the next couple of trips that are coming up for me personally. So that's the story, guys. Reach out. Get your hands on whatever you need to. Reach out to us for assistance in regards to mentorship for video conferences. Let's work together. Let's put you on the right track. And let's have a successful 2026. That's what it's all about. It's in your hands to make these decisions. I can't do it for you. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next few videos.